everybody, welcome back to the Apartment Geek Weekly. I hope everybody's doing well. What's going on with this weather? I think I need to call the governor and get a refund for my taxes that I've been paying all these years. So this week's episode is probably the number one factor in buying real estate, which is location. We're going to be talking specifically on apartments, and in our business, we rate location based on kind of a grading scale. In school, I think of a test, A+ to D- probably be the worst. Now in San Diego, we're fortunate because we don't really have areas that are that bad. You go and you compare San Diego to Chicago, Oakland. I mean, I could run off a list of 50 cities that are going to be a lot worse as far as the other side of the spectrum. We have Coronado, La Jolla, Del Mar, everything around Balboa Park. So if you go into an A+, the benefits are pretty clear. You sleep well at night. This is in real estate design. You go buy units at the beach or Coronado in an A location, or even B+. Sleeping well at night, your experience is going to be just good in the sense that you're dealing with kind of a higher caliber of tenant. You can go visit your property, and then you can go to a restaurant down the street, or a cafe, or a brewery. That's one of the reasons North Park has gotten so desirable, because there's a lot of cool stuff around. So A makes sense. There's not the problem with A is there's no cash flow, or very, very little cash flow. Now, if you go to the other side of the spectrum, which is going to be your C-, B+, D areas, which are going to be and there's pockets around town, but not very desirable from the general perspective of wanting to live there. So you're next to a freeway, maybe the streets are really narrow, there's no parking, there's signs of gang activity, there's going to be graffiti up and down the street. I think all of us have seen certain parts of San Diego where that stuff does occur. Not going to be horrible compared to these other cities, but it's still going to kind of go to the other side of the spectrum. If you go into those areas as an investor and you buy apartments, your cash flow numbers are going to be good. You're going to have less of a good experience. Your experience is going to be a little bit worse. So collections may be an issue. The management's going to be a little bit trickier. You're not going to really necessarily want to go visit the property as much. Go to those other areas, I think you've got to have really tight management and really kind of fierce and strict. And some of this is common sense, but again, I'm trying to kind of get people to be aware. So A is obviously the nicest, and you've got your C- Bs. And then the middle spectrum I really like because it's kind of a B- to C+. And that's going to be where you still have pretty good cash flow, not stellar, especially in this market since it's so expensive. Pretty good cash flow. Your experience is still going to be pretty good. We're going to an area to visit your property, to manage it, to help manage it, oversee it. Where you're next to a B+. So I'm thinking Kensington. I'm thinking University Heights. These are submarkets that are near other submarkets that are not as attractive. So if you get into those kind of middle of the row, City Heights, pockets of town like your stuff near San Diego State, then I'm going to say it's a B-, C+, even a C area. That I think is the sweet spot. You're going to make some money. There's going to be some appreciation over time. It's not going to appreciate like buying a place in Coronado or La Jolla. But again, I think the important thing to remind ourselves is you can spend the cash flow. That's why I like apartments, because we're buying an income stream that's going to fund our lifestyles and fund our retirement. And I think it's really important to kind of focus in that middle tier. So that's kind of the spectrum or the grade scale that we use, and stuff to be aware of. So if you like these videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, we will all pray for sunny weather around the corner. Thanks for tuning in.